Hey guys, so I wanted to make a quick video going over how I'm making thousands upon thousands of exalts in Path of Exile 2 and how you can as well through various league mechanics. So mainly I do Breach, and I do think Breach is the best league mechanic, but this same principle of juicing will apply to every league mechanic. Expedition, Delirium, whatever you're doing, it will apply to what you're doing. But yeah, Breach is probably the best, but I know not everyone could probably do Breach as it does require a very good clear speed character. But as you can see just from this clip here, you get a ton of drops in Breach, a ton of exalts. I probably get like 4 or 5 exalts like per Breach if it's a good layout, a good map. These monsters just drop a lot of loot. Yeah, what I'm going over here is going to apply to every single lead mechanic in the game currently that you can use with tablets. So it's just tablet juicing. I want to quickly explain it, how to min-max your tablets, how to min-max your maps. This really only applies if you're doing like tier 15 reds. If you're still progressing through your outlets, don't worry about this too much. It's hard to sustain tablets until you actually get to the end. But yeah, let's go over this real quick. So what are tablets, what is juicing, and what are towers? So real quick, towers, when you do a tower, it builds an entire area around it, and then you can put a tablet inside of it. Any of these tablets, you have the +1 tablet, the Breach tablet, Expedition, Ritual, and Delirium. So this juicing applies to any of these lead mechanics. And of course, I'm only doing Breach because I do think Breach is the best. So generally what you want to do and how to maximize your efficiency when doing these maps, like I said, this mainly applies in tier 15 plus, because if you're still getting up to like tier 15s, you're still progressing, you want a more of a sustained strategy and not a juicing strategy. So do watch my other video if you need help sustaining your maps. But yeah, anyway. So what you want to do, and the way to min-max this the most, like I said, this applies to any league mechanic, is you want to find an area of multiple towers. So this area right here is a great example. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and either like 5 and 6, these will kind of reach over here as well. But yeah, these towers essentially reach like the whole screen. So I believe, I can't say right here, but this tower should reach like all the way like over here. It affects these maps. So why is that important? Why is it important to have multiple towers? Well, each tablet has these prefix and suffix that affect every map in range. For example, this tablet right here has breaches in your maps have 5% increased monster density. So imagine you have this monster density on all 4 of these towers. Now every single map here would have 20% increased monster density. That's a lot more monsters in your maps. And you can get like better monsters than this. There's like chance to have additional rare monsters, 20%. So you have 80% more rare monsters or 80% increased rare monsters. There's other mods like chance to have additional breach, like 6% chance. So, you can have like 24% increased chance of additional breach, also very strong. So yeah, anyway, the main concept is that you're going to want to essentially do the worst layout maps for your league mechanic and save all the best layout league mechanics when you actually want to do your maps. So in this example here, I did stuff like Decay, because Decay is like off of Breach, Hive is like mediocre, Bloomfield is good, I completed this one. But yeah, you want to avoid like all your good maps, and then when you do all your towers, it preferably puts the, let's say in this case, Breach on your good maps, and then you run those good maps with all the additional bonus modifiers. So like this Bloomfield right here, one of the best Breach maps, has, increased experience gain, gold gain, monster density, waystones found, right? So yeah, this is the basic concept. You want to go, it doesn't matter where, you can go to outer edges, you can go through the middle. You want to do your worst maps essentially without the juice, and then do your best maps with the juice. And now, depending on what league mechanic you're doing, the best and worst maps varies. For Breach, generally the best maps are like the sand and beach maps and forest maps, and the worst maps are like the swamp areas and the Val cities, stuff like that. It's probably true for most league mechanics, to be honest. So yeah, that's what you want to do. And now besides that, there's not much else besides just run the map. It's very, very simple to juice in PoE2. There's not much going on in terms of what map you run. It doesn't really matter all that much. You do preferably want like monster packs, roll on your map, or extra magic or rare monsters, but it doesn't matter all that much. If you're doing Breach, you're going to infinitely sustain. So, you don't have to. I never exalt my maps, for example. It's a little bit too rippy for me to exalt my maps, but you can if you want. I do corrupt all my maps though, and the reason for that is because I do want tier 16s, because tier 16s is slightly better loot and more EXP, as I'm pushing the EXP ladder still, level 97. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. I hope I explained it well enough, but the TLDR is collect all the towers in the area while avoiding all of your good maps and doing all the bad maps onto the way to the towers. Put all on your tablets, and then, you know, do all your good maps in the area. And I mean, that's it. There's not much more to it. It's pretty simple, pretty easily doable. Anyone can do it. It works for any elite mechanic. It's just Breach is honestly the best. And that's pretty much how I've made all of my Exalts and Divines. You know, Divines are like 20 each right now. I don't know, 1.7k Exalts. This is like, you know, close to 6,000 Exalts plus my character worth, which is like over 5,000 Exalts. So anyway, that's all video. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. But yeah, that's about it.